Hey, how's it going, everybody? This thing has been rummaging through my mind since this video. It was about Butch Hartman. He's the creator of the Family I Parents. I don't know if you can hear me on this thing. Hopefully you can. Because now I'm gonna have to redo this. But that's okay. The righteous shall live by faith. Sorry, it's gross. So the point behind this is the dirty truth about Christianity. And maybe that's a little cliche or whatever. But my point is, after I got done reading this Butch Harmon video, and it's not necessarily by him. It's more so like the stuff surrounding him, and it's not really about him. It's more so a bridge to something different. So, what's this conversation, you think? This conversation is more so about Christianity itself in this modern world. So I know this is probably gross. And with his unbridled secularism. Now they may say, well, maybe somebody may say, well, you have Christianity. You got all kind of Christianity. The most is we don't want you to keep forcing it on us. But the ideas that come through my mind is, even if that's the case, the grudges of the prolonged history of bad Christianity has almost prohibited any notion of expressed Christianity whatsoever. Like, you can't keep the disdain from folks who hear Christians speak their mind. Like, from one, I don't want to go there. Nah. I feel like if I do go there, people won't understand where I'm coming from. But I guess I'm gonna try it. No, it won't. Cause here's a video. It's not gonna be taken well. They won't hear you potentially. They don't hear you. So my next topic is more so Christians engaging. Oh, I'm sorry, that the Butch Harmon video. Basically, what happened was that Butch Harmon wanted to create this network, and they didn't really know because the guy's he's a Christian, he's a professing Christian, and didn't know that his Christian faith would be a heavy influence. And I got my own thoughts regarding that. In short, when he made the Family I Parents, he became Christian, I believe. I guess I gotta check that in terms of citation. So, even though he couldn't explicitly talk about Jesus on the cross, a lot of light themes, a lot of nuanced qualities were in his show. Which, in its own way, if he wasn't a Christian, perhaps he wouldn't have talked about those nuanced things in Christianity. Say, but the nuanced things of Christianity are found in everything, in every religion. But what I'm saying is, Butch Hartman as a creator, as a person who, for me, I'm a cartoonist. If you gather your inspiration from things that are very important to you, you'll get a finished result or product. For all we know, the fictional character in the show of the Family I Parents, that is Timmy Turner, could have been far more selfish, far more maybe like, I wouldn't even say a Goku person, but for the most part, if you had the ability, you had the potential opportunity to wish for whatever you wanted. You can't tell me that the things you want, you continuously get. Check out the media. They constantly keep telling you, this is what you want. This is what you want. They don't tell you the consequences of getting what you want. They just say, this is what you want. So, like they tell you all this stuff. And in our very sexy culture, well, sexualized culture, you don't see kids who's 12 years old, 12 years old going to pornography. Now, that's the average. I need a citation? Probably do. But it made me also think, nah, I don't want to do that. I was gonna go to Japan, and there, I did the sex, but the two cultures express their sexual preferences differently, and what's allowed on kids television isn't really what's isn't presented in the same nature, but kids consume just as much media on just as much media here in America as well as adults with that same medium, but it's aimed at the teen demographic. So they promote sex, they promote a lot of this other stuff that's potentially adult. We say, hey, they're big enough to do it. I mean, they're big enough not to do. I'm sorry, not to do it, but they're big enough to handle it. Handle what's on the screen. Or they'll say, well, it's up to the parents to police what they watch, what they don't watch. I'm sorry, control what they watch. Have a parental advisory over what they watch. The point is, either way, we don't. I don't know. I just say culturally, we have our own problems, so we shouldn't be like, man, Japan's weird. You see that? This stuff's really, really jacked up. I'm like, we have a lot of crazy stuff ourselves as an American. Going back to the point, the dirty truth of Christianity. The dirty truth is that, similar to Butch Harmon, people didn't like the fact that he was creating a network with this heavy Christian influence. And for me, I'm like, if he wasn't a Christian, the Fairly Odd Parents wouldn't be what it is. Whereas it's got the rules, it's got wishes, it's got setbacks, it's got things like that. And it's like, you get a full picture because potentially of his Christian interest. Now, could they be right? Maybe. I don't know. I just know for me, as a fellow Christian, sorry, I'm going through some sinus stuff right now, but not really sinus. It's just I had a sandwich and it was incredibly had a lot of stuff with it. So I'm like, it's probably just filtering through my nasal cavities. My sinuses. What else was I going to say? Oh yeah, as a Christian, it's just more so, I don't know what he was gonna do. Was he gonna present himself as a Christian? Or was he gonna present himself as a creator? Or was he gonna present himself as both? The point is, I don't know. I have no idea. I don't think even the viewer knows. And I saw this video, it was doing a thorough investigation on potentially where it could be. How you doing? And so I say, I mean, what's the difference between this and the Fairly Odd Parents? No idea. But this is pointed, aimed at more so the rest of Christianity, is that, sorry, they say you're deceiving people even though you've expressed your Christianity. And I'm like, well, Butch Harmon is the creator, so why is he getting all this ridicule for making a network with his creations? I mean, in Danny Phantom, he had a bunch of things that if you are Christian and you're pretty solid into that, you'll understand his expanded themes on the Danny Phantom universe are homages to the Christian experience. I believe he had one called the Dead Zone or something like that. Like he had a lot of these nuanced terms and dubs. But a lot of stuff, if you Chris, you're like, wow, that sounds a lot like this. Or that sounds a lot like that. Like, and that's just it. Like, I mean, I don't think Butch Harmon did anything wrong. He's just being open about how evangelism works. Now, people say they hate being preached at, but I'm like, people definitely like different messages. They just call it their preference. They'll say, I don't like being preached at toward good things. But when you watch a video about how to do bad things, or you could listen to a bad video about how to do something bad. You know, maybe sell coke. You know, they say, but if it's catchy and stuff, man, I don't care about the lyrics. I'm just listening to it sound great. And I'm like, don't you care if that's bad or not? No, it sound great. And then you think, oh, it's whatever. But to me, I'm like, America has always been this try hard, this attentions based culture and the country. They say, oh, I could be doing bad things. Now, I'm not saying politics because I don't know a heavy grade of politics. So I'll stop in that regard. But as far as everything else, we got quick to pull the trigger and say, hey, our intentions were good. Hey, I may have did this bad thing, but hey, I wasn't really trying to do this bad thing to people. I wasn't having vicious, murderous intent, you know, and so it's just, I'm like, it's leaked into people, you know. I don't really want to preach that, but, you know, I slip and fall, you know I'm trying. It's a trying culture, it's a try hard culture. Man, I really want to try, you know, and I'm not saying that it's not good to try, I'm just saying that if you're trying to, let's try this analogy. If you want to go to the other side, let's say there's a cliff in the middle, you want to go to the other side, you have the intentions of jumping the cliff. But if I have an understanding about how your vehicle works, and I say, if I'm a mechanic, potential mechanic, or if I'm not, or if I just have an understanding about cars, and I say, the car you're going at this speed right now at this hill, and the trajectory that's going, essentially what I'm saying is the trajectory based off all these factors, you're not going to go off this cliff. It's like, well, no, I have this, you don't know what you're talking about. I've driven this car plenty of times, jumped over stuff, and I'm like, it's not gonna work. Yeah. Dude, let me do what I want to do. You can do what you want to do. At the end of the day, I can't force you to ride that car and go up that hill and potentially break your body. I can't do that. I can't stop you. And that's just it. Like Christians, we need to stop trying to force people not to go their own way. But what we can do, because people with ears to hear, let them listen. Whoever's trying to listen, let them listen. Not those who are quick to, I don't think I really believe, or nah, I don't believe in that stuff. I'm like, okay, I hope you have a good day. Bless you. God bless you. Apart from that, don't let them, don't be so quick to latch on and say, you have to believe this. I'm like, you know this was the state. But maybe people don't know it, people don't care. But I just say, what can you do? What else can you do apart from praying to Christ Jesus that God does something in that situation to make them get saved or make them choose Christ? Like, we're called to go and make disciples, right? You can't make disciples if the disciple doesn't want to be a disciple. You can't say, hey, here, learn about Jesus. And the person is very reluctant. Like, I've never heard of a person, well, I mean, I have, But I've heard of a person more receptive to the topic they were listening to and learning more than someone who was reluctant, who didn't want to learn, and not learn as much in that same class, you know. Or even the person who gives the lecture. So what I'm saying is that, like, maybe you're the right person, maybe you're not. I don't know, but you know, I think ultimately you throw your line out there and you see if you get any bites. Those with ears to hear, let them listen. Those who's willing to listen, let them listen. The dirty truth also is you may not be able to tie your secular life, your Christian life together. Like if Christianity was promised to be unpopular, and that's what it does say it, like if they call me the prince of devils, or they call him Beelzebub, the devil, the adversary, the oppressor, accuser, and it's Satan. You know, they say you're in league with Satan, and he said, how much more will the people of my house, or something like that. Basically, what he's saying, like, if they oppress me, they're gonna oppress you. They're gonna oppress you. They're gonna harm you. They're gonna judge you and ridicule you. Now, is it at the sense of like persecution in other countries or persecution from the Holocaust? No, not right now. I don't think so. I can't say so. But could it get there? Potentially. You know, that's all I'm saying. Just potentially. But what I'm saying right now, we're enduring some sort of, and people say, no, you're not enduring social persecution. I'm like, just check the expression. You could say you're gay. You care about LGBTQ plus rights. You favor abortion, and of course you have the religious, but that's your only opposition, you know. And Jesus said, hey, if these people, Jesus said that if they accept you, if they love you, they would have accepted you, you know. And so that he continuously draws the line in the sand, saying that, hey, these people are not gonna like you. They're not gonna like you. Jesus in his ministry at the age of 33, excuse me, continuously got harassed, continuously got death threats, continuously, like they were trying to push this dude off a cliff until he slipped through. Even in the new days, I mean, at the beginning of the church, they had to slip through. They had to be elusive. They had to be wise and crafty. Well, I don't know about crafty. I'm still trying to figure out what that means. But they had to do a lot of like, you know, like wise moves, smart moves. You know, they said he was being lowered at the castle guard. That was Paul. He had to be lowered because they were looking for him. They're trying to get this dude back in jail. Get this dude's death penalty. So what I'm saying is no, you can't combine your secular life with your Christian life. And I don't know, for me personally, I've seen it. You know, people going like, I'm not saying don't get a degree. I'm just saying, like, if you do have opposition, and if God in Christ has encouraged you to get it, or I mean, if you just feel encouraged to get one, like get one. Like pursue your education. Do all these things. Pursue wisdom. You know, don't just pursue dogma. Say, oh, how you doing? Doing good. Good. And just say, don't pursue dogma that, like, don't pursue Christian dogma that say, do it because it is. It is so. I say, be like the Bereans and say, is this true? Let me take a read. Read. I think I've said this before, but I mean, I guess not here. But yeah, just have a Berean mentality and read the stuff for yourself and say, hey, is this stuff really true? And compare that scripture. Is this it? Is this really it? You know. Does it make sense? Does it really make sense? You know, and just keep comparing, keep checking. So, I'm coming to a close, near close, but it's just, even though we pursue these secular things, these secular feats, these secular advantages, I'm not telling you not to. I say attempt to make a look of yourself as Paul and the apostles once said. But what I am going to tell you to do, or encourage you to do, is just know where you're at, know your context, know your be wise, be smart. Sorry, be wise and be smart, and just figure out where are we? You know, are we in a place that Christianity is wholly accepted? You know, they like some people say, you're best in the church. Stay in the church. And let somebody do that. I have another video, and it's kind of interesting. Oops, sorry. I have another video, but that's the point. I hope all this stuff helped. It's not for just me or anything like that. It's just to help people out. I hope. Hopefully this helps. All right. Take care. Uh-oh.